nearly 100 followers on Instagram.
Lebih kot.
That's so far that I know.
Fondly referred to as the people's king of souls, Prince Abdul Jalil was cherished for his humility and dedication to service. Unfortunately, his untimely demise brought profound grief to the royal family and countless Malaysians. Prince Abdul Jalil spent his life fighting for others, and when it was his turn to be fought for, life cheated on him. What was the cause of his untimely demise, and how did Malaysians and the royal family react to it? Join us as we unveil the beautiful and touching life story of a Malaysian king's son who lost his life at 25. Early life. Almarhum Tunku Abdul Jalil Ibni Sultan Ibrahim, born on the 5th of July 1990 and passing away on the 5th of December 2015, was the Tunku Laksamana of Johor. He was born in Johor, a state in southern Malaysia on the Malay Peninsula, renowned for its cultural heritage and influence. Tunku Abdul Jalil was the beloved fourth child of Sultan Ibrahim, the current Yang di-Pertuan Agong, who is King of Malaysia and Sultan of Johor, and his consort Raja Zarith Sophia. He was also the fourth grandson of Sultan Iskandar of Johor and Sultan Idris Shah II of Perak. The young prince had many siblings. Johor Crown Prince Tunku Ismail Idris was born on the 30th of June 1984. He is the heir apparent to the Johor throne. He was officially proclaimed the Regent of Johor on the 28th of January 2024. Tunku Amina Maimuna Iskandaria, the second child and only daughter of the current Sultan of Johor, affectionately known as Tunku Ina, born on the 8th of April 1986. Tunku Temenggung Johor Tunku Idris Iskandar, the Tunku Temenggung of Johor, born on the 25th of December 1987. His two younger brothers are Tunku Panglima Johor Tunku Abdul Rahman, born the 5th of February 1993, is the Tunku Temenggung of Johor and also a racing driver, and Tunku Putera Johor, Tunku Abu Bakar, born on 30th May 2001, is the Tunku Putera of Johor. Tunku Abdul Jalil shared a close and loving relationship with his family. Coming from such influence and ancestry, one would expect an extravagant and pompous life from Prince Abdul Jalil. But what did he choose? From a young age, he rejected the glamorous and ostentatious lifestyle often associated with wealth and privilege. Despite being the cherished son of one of Malaysia's wealthiest monarchs, he sought a life of humility, striving to make a meaningful impact on others and to be remembered for his kindness and selflessness. As the son of a sultan, his upbringing was shaped by the expectations of leadership and service. However, Prince Abdul Jalil chose a path centered on the well-being of others, demonstrating his dedication to humility and compassion despite his privileged background. Doesn't this make you think he was a modern-day Saint Francis of Assisi? Okay, here is a little information on that. Saint Francis of Assisi was born Giovanni di Pietro di Bernardone in 1181 or 1182 in Assisi, Italy. He is one of the most revered saints in Christianity. He is renowned for his love of nature, humility, and devotion to God. Pope John Paul II declared him the patron saint of ecology and animals in 1979. Interestingly, Prince Abdul Jalil is mainly known for his love for animals, and he got a degree in zoological and conservation studies. We will get to the details soon. Like Prince Abdul Jalil, Francis was also born into immense wealth and influence. But Saint Francis renounced his family's wealth and inheritance. Do you believe Prince Abdul Jalil would go as far as renouncing his family's wealth? Anyways, Francis emphasized living in poverty, caring for the poor and sick, and preaching peace and reconciliation. The saint founded the Franciscan order, serving communities worldwide, advocating for peace, care for the poor, and environmental stewardship. He inspires those who seek to live with humility, simplicity, and love for all of God's creation. What if Saint Francis of Assisi was one of Prince Abdul Jalil's inspirations for his life choice? Back to Prince Abdul Jalil's life and what it is like to be the son of the Sultan of Johor. Wondering what it means to be the Sultan of Johor? Do you believe it's a good or bad experience? The Sultan of Johor. The Sultan of Johor is a hereditary title held by the sovereign ruler of the Malaysian state of Johor. Historically, the Sultan wielded absolute power over the state, with a bendahara as an advisor. Under the current constitutional monarchy system, governed by the Johor State Constitution, the role of the Bendahara has been replaced by the Menteri Besar, the First Minister. The Sultan now serves as the constitutional head of State of Johor. The Sultan of Johor retains a distinct military force, the Royal Johor Military Force, Malay, Askar Timbalan Setia Negeri Johor, which operates independently. Additionally, the Sultan is Johor's head of Islam. The present Sultan of Johor is Sultan Ibrahim Ismail Ibni Almarhum Sultan Iskandar Al-Hajj, Prince Abdul Jalil's father, was proclaimed the 23rd Sultan of Johor on the 23rd of January 2010, following the demise of his father, Sultan Iskandar Al-Hajj Ibni Almarhum Sultan Ismail Al-Khalidi, who passed away on the 22nd of January 2010. The funeral for Sultan Iskandar took place on the 23rd of January 2010, immediately after the proclamation of Sultan Ibrahim Ismail. Sultan Ibrahim was officially crowned on the 23rd of March 2015 in a grand ceremony held at Istana Besar, Johor Bahru. Sultan Iskandar, Sultan Ibrahim's predecessor, was a great-grandson of Sultan Abu Bakar, the founder of modern Johor. An interesting headgear worn by the Sultan of Johor, known as the Solok Temenggung, is a traditional symbol of Johor's monarchy. This design, which was part of the attire of the late Sultan Ismail of Johor, is modeled after the split coconut headdress style and is emblematic of the state's cultural heritage. The current Sultan is worth over $5.7 billion. Sultan Ibrahim invests in various sectors, including palm oil, real estate, and telecommunications. He also holds a significant stake in U-Mobile, a leading Malaysian cell phone provider, and Maharani Energy Gateway, a key player in his home state of Johor's oil and gas industry. However, Prince Abdul Jalil's father, Sultan Ibrahim, isn't just the Sultan of Johor anymore. On the 27th of October 2023, the Conference of Rulers elected Sultan Ibrahim as the 17th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, King of Malaysia, succeeding Sultan Abdullah of Pahang. He officially took his oath of office and assumed possession of the Istana Negara on the 31st of January 2024. The ceremonial installation of Sultan Ibrahim as the 17th Yang di-Pertuan Agong was held on the 20th of July 2024 at the Throne Hall of the Istana Negara. The event included traditional Malay rites and ceremonial cannon fire and was attended by numerous national dignitaries. The Sultan is married to Raja Zarith Sophia binti Almarhum, Sultan Idris Shah, born on the 14th of August, who is also the Queen of Malaysia, Raja Permaisuri Agong, and the Sultana of Johor as the wife of the Sultan. She was born into the Perak royal family. While still attending Somerville College, Oxford, she married the heir to the throne of Johor. Now a mother of 6, she participates in the work of non-governmental organizations and universities, writes a periodic column for a newspaper, and has written children's books. Raja Zarith Sophia is the Chancellor of University Teknologi Malaysia, the Royal Advisor to the Malaysian Red Crescent Society, the Chairwoman of the Yayasan Foundation, Raja Zarith Sophia Negeri Johor of the State of Johor, and the Chairwoman of the Tunku Laksamana Johor Cancer Foundation of Johor. Raja Zarith supports various charitable and non-governmental organizations. She is a patron of the Spastic Children's Association of Johor, the Rotary Club of Tabrau Heart Fund, and the Malaysian English Language Teaching Association. She is also the chair of the Malaysian Red Crescent Society Community Services Committee. Additionally, Sultan Ibrahim Ismail is well known for his passion for motorcycling and founded the annual Kembara Makota Johor tour event. He also takes yearly road trips on his motorcycle to connect with the people of his state. Sultan Ibrahim is notably recognized for advocating religious moderation. He has openly criticized the creeping Arabization, a cultural shift where a non-Arab society adopts Arab customs within Malaysian Muslim culture. Despite being the only sultan in Malaysia without a tertiary education, he has consistently championed quality education for Johor. This is also evident in his son Prince Abdul Jalil's life, which is proof of the Sultan and Sultana's stand on quality education. Prince Abdul Jalil's education and career. Tunku Abdul Jalil began his education at Sekolah Sri Utama Johor Bahru, before continuing at the Yayasan Pelajaran Johor, Zaikarim Johor Bahru International School. Prince Abdul Jalil developed a great interest in animals as he grew older. This interest stimulated empathy toward animals, and he wanted to protect them from harm. To be able to save animals, Prince Abdul Jalil pursued higher education in the United Kingdom, graduated with honors, and earned a degree in zoological and conservation studies from the Zoological Society of London. After his studies in London, he returned to Malaysia and dedicated himself to conservation efforts. He volunteered at the Sepalak Orangutan Rehabilitation Center in Sandakan, Sabah, and spent a year volunteering at the Reptile and Veterinary Department of the Singapore Zoo. Additionally, he volunteered at the London Zoo for nearly 2 years, gaining hands-on experience in wildlife care and preservation. Prince Abdul Jalil expanded his focus from animals to people as he grew older. If there was one thing Prince Abdul Jalil lived for, it was service. He spent his life serving others. In search of ways to protect lives and properties, in 2011, Prince Abdul Jalil joined the Royal Malaysia Police, which was a big shock for his family and royal lineage. He began a 9-month probationary inspector course as part of Intake 1 at the Malaysian Police Training Center on Semarak Road. Upon completing the course, he was commissioned as a probationary inspector on the 8th of January, 2012. If there is one core lesson, apart from his apparent humility and spirit of service, to learn from Prince Abdul Jalil, it is his tenacity toward hard work. His results showed he put in his 100% for every endeavor. He followed in his father's footsteps, Sultan Ibrahim, who underwent basic military training at the Army Training Center in Kota Tinggi and received further military training in the United States, first at Fort Benning in Georgia and later at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. Prince Abdul Jalil pursued specialized training in 2013 by enrolling in the Basic Special Actions course. He subsequently became a member of the RMP's Elite Counter-Terrorism Unit, the Special Actions Unit, known in Malay as Unit Tindakas or UTK. He was promoted to inspector in 2015, marking another significant milestone in his law enforcement career. Tunku Abdul Jalil remains the first and only member of royalty to have served in the Royal Malaysia Police, a huge achievement and an inspiration for youths who wish to enter the police force. While Prince Abdul Jalil could not participate in polo, a sport commonly associated with royalty due to an allergy to horsehair, he channeled his passion into sailing, preferring small boats to opulent yachts. He initiated programs to teach over 5,000 underprivileged youth how to sail and organized regattas to nurture future champions. In 2013, he launched 2 programs that introduced sailing to over 5,000 Malaysians and created Liga Layar Malaysia, a competitive sailing league to foster youth interest in the sport. His contributions to sailing were recognized in 2014 when he received the President's Development Award from the International Sailing Federation, now known as World Sailing. He was deeply involved in charitable work, leveraging his royal status to raise substantial funds and resources for those in need. He supported numerous organizations such as the Johor Spastic Association, which provides special education, therapeutic rehabilitation, and vocational training for children afflicted with cerebral palsy, and the Malaysian Nature Society, which promote the study, appreciation, and conservation of Malaysia's natural heritage, focusing on biological diversity and sustainable development. The Orangutan Appeal, United Kingdom Foundation, is dedicated to conserving and protecting critically endangered orangutans and their rainforest habitat. The Malaysian Red Crescent Society aims to alleviate human suffering wherever it may be found. Regarded as Johor's favorite prince, Tunku Abdul Jalil frequently visited patients at Sultan Ismail Hospital and Sultana Amina Hospital in Johor Bahru, spending time with them to offer words of comfort and lift their spirits. Prince Abdul Jalil's kindness toward people and his passion for animals left a lasting impression on many who knew him. Among them is Mr. Velasamy S. Pillai, the deputy chairman of the Malaysian Red Crescent Society, Johor Bahru chapter, who recalled the prince as a very down-to-earth person who even volunteered to assist flood victims during the 2006 disasters in the state. He was a kind-hearted and warm individual, caring and loving toward others from a young age, said Mr. Pillai. I remember one occasion when delivering aid to an Orang Asli village in Mawai. He took the time to listen attentively to the community's challenges. Former journalist Mira Vijayan interviewed the prince several years ago for The Star and described him as genuinely friendly and soft-spoken. She added, I met him several times and he would always wave or stop for a chat. Prince Abdul Jalil was the recipient of several prestigious honors throughout his life. He was awarded the first class of the Royal Family Order of Johor, DK1, on the 22nd of November 2012. On the 11th of April 2009, he was conferred the title of Dato as a Knight Commander of the Order of the Crown of Johor, or DPMJ. He was recognized as a Grand Knight of the Order of Sultan Ibrahim of Johor in 2015, earning him another Dato title. Additionally, he received the General Service Medal on the 7th of January 2012 and the Sultan Ibrahim Coronation Medal, PSI First Class on the 23rd of March 2015, marking his contributions and legacy within the Johor royal family. Unfortunately, while Prince Abdul Jalil was busy serving others, trouble came knocking at his door. How did his story turn dark, and what led to his demise? Here is how it all began. Cancer diagnosis. In late 2014, tragedy struck when Abdul Jalil was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer at the age of 24. Stage 4 liver cancer is the most advanced stage of liver cancer and is often incurable. It's diagnosed when the cancer has spread beyond the liver to other organs and/or lymph nodes. Liver cancer often doesn't have symptoms in its early stages, which can lead to a late diagnosis. It is mostly asymptomatic, which was the case for Prince Abdul Jalil, who didn't experience any symptoms until later. In the later stages of cancer, he experienced signs and symptoms that included unintentional weight loss, loss of appetite, upper abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, general weakness and fatigue, abdominal swelling, yellow discoloration of the skin, and the whites of eyes, also known as jaundice. The diagnosis came after he underwent surgery at Gleneagles Hospital and Medical Center. A month later, he was transferred to Hospital Sultanate Aminah in Johor Bahru for further treatment. Despite his diagnosis, Prince Abdul Jalil continued his charitable work as Vice President of the Malaysian Red Crescent Society, particularly during devastating floods that displaced over 200,000 people in Malaysia in 2014 after torrential rains fell. His tireless efforts elevated him to a national hero, even in the face of his illness. Now you understand how he earned the title People's King of Souls. Prince Abdul Jalil was known for his vibrant outlook on life, kindness, and warmth toward others. Even during his treatment at the hospital, he encouraged other patients and left everyone who encountered him with a smile and warmth. Although he sought treatment from leading medical facilities in Malaysia and China, including undergoing a liver transplant in December 2014 at the first affiliated hospital of Sun Yat-sen University in Guangdong, China, he continued to struggle with his health. Despite his health challenges, Tunku Abdul Jalil remained compassionate and dedicated to others. During his recovery, he frequently visited cancer patients at the Oncology Center and Cancer Ward in Hospital Sultan Ismail, Johor Bahru. He shared his experiences as a cancer survivor, listened to patients' struggles, and provided comfort and hope. His desire to ease the burdens of cancer patients inspired the creation of the Tunku Laksamana Johor Cancer Foundation, or TLJCF. Recognizing the financial strain of cancer treatments imposed on families, Tunku Abdul Jalil shared his vision with his father, Sultan Ibrahim, who supported the idea wholeheartedly. However, the liver transplant didn't help much because his condition was too advanced, and the procedure extended his life only briefly. Unfortunately, the liver transplant only earned him an additional 6 months to live. Abdul Jalil spent his final months in palliative care, maintaining his optimism and humor until the end. In his final months, Tunku Abdul Jalil remained optimistic, often joking with hospital staff and maintaining his cheerful spirit. A heartwarming video captured him playfully trying to avoid a medical procedure, bringing laughter to those around him even in difficult times. The video left his admirers with a subtle heartbreak and the lesson to find reasons to be joyful even in bad circumstances. Sadly, Prince Abdul Jalil passed away on the 5th of December 2015 in the Royal Ward of Sultanate Aminah Hospital, Johor Bahru, at the age of 25, with his family surrounding him. The announcement of Almarhum Tunku Abdul Jalil's passing was made by Datuk Abdul Rahim Ramli, President of the Johor Council of the Royal Court. This left everyone in tears, as it was unbelievable that a joyful soul like the prince had such a short time to live. After his demise. On the 6th of December 2015, the late Prince Tunku Abdul Jalil was given a royal state funeral at Istana Besar, Johor Bahru. He was laid to rest beside the grave of his late grandfather, Almarhum Sultan Iskandar Ibni Almarhum Sultan Ismail, at the Mahmudiyah Royal Mausoleum in Johor Bahru. Thousands of Malaysians gathered at the royal palace to pay their final respects to Prince Abdul Jalil. A police cap and sword adorned his coffin, symbolizing his dedication to the safety of his people. In honor of his memory, Sultan Ibrahim fulfilled his son's dream by establishing the Tunku Laksamana Johor Cancer Center, also known as TLJCF, now recognized as Southeast Asia's premier cancer facility. With the backing of the royal family and the Johor state government, TLJCF was officially established on the 26th of June, 2015. This advanced cancer treatment center, located in the heart of Iskandar, is led by the Singapore-headquartered healthcare specialist Asian American Medical Group. Its motto, Fight Like Jalil, embodies Tunku Abdul Jalil's unwavering spirit and continues to inspire hope in countless individuals battling cancer. Each year, the center provides life-saving treatments and support to approximately 7,000 cancer patients, continuing the legacy of a prince who dedicated his life to serving others. A poem in remembrance of the late Tunku Laksamana Johor created a poignant atmosphere during the Canberra Bermotosikal 2.0 event for the Police Heritage Trust Fund, Tabung Amana Warisan Polis, TAUP, at Dewan Dato On, Johor Police Contingent Headquarters, Johor Bahru. The poem, written and recited by Deputy Chief of Larkin Police Station, Sergeant Major Yusuf Ramji, deeply moved the audience, bringing tears to the eyes of His Majesty Sultan Johor, Sultan Ibrahim Ibni Almarhum, Sultan Iskandar. Sultan Ibrahim repeatedly wiped his tears as the poem was read, sharing his heartfelt emotions with the guests, police officers, and personnel present. The 10-minute poem recounted the dedication and leadership of the late Tunku Laksamana Johor, who had once served with the Special Actions Unit, Unit Tindakas of the Royal Malaysia Police. After the recital, Sergeant Major Yusuf presented the poem to Sultan Ibrahim before the luncheon began. Earlier, the Sultan was welcomed at the event by Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun. Also in attendance was Tunku Temenggung Johor, Tunku Idris Iskandar, Al-Hajj Ibni Sultan Ibrahim. Sultan Ibrahim generously contributed 1 million Malaysian ringgit to TAUP during the same event for the 211th Police Day celebration. Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi received the donation on behalf of the Royal Malaysia Police. The Royal Malaysia Police established the TAUP to safeguard the welfare of retirees and former police officers and honor their sacrifices for the nation. Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi presented an honorary beret of the Special Actions Unit to Sultan Ibrahim as a token of appreciation. Before departing, the Sultan officiated the flag-off ceremony for the Canberra Bermotosikal Convoy, which involved 100 participants led by the Director of Internal Security and Public Order of Bukit Aman, Datuk Seri Zulkifli Abdullah. Several landmarks and initiatives have been established in memory of Tunku Abdul Jalil, reflecting his enduring legacy despite a short life. These include the Tunku Laksamana Abdul Jalil Mosque at the Royal Malaysia Police's Johor Contingent Headquarters in Jalan Tebrau. This modern futuristic mosque was officially opened on the 28th of August, 2015, by Sultan Ibrahim Ismail of Johor. This was named after Prince Abdul Jalil for serving as a police inspector of the Special Action Unit, UTK branch. Still, he died 4 months after the Dewan Tunku Laksamana Abdul Jalil at Polytechnic Ibrahim Sultan in Pasir Gudang, Johor. Additionally, the Tunku Abdul Jalil Conservation Center, Pusat Pemuliharaan Tunku Abdul Jalil, on Tengah Island, dedicated to wildlife preservation, was inaugurated on the 4th of September, 2018, by Sultan Ibrahim Ismail. What Prince Abdul Jalil would have been now. If Prince Abdul Jalil had not tragically passed away, he would likely have continued to embody the values and causes he was deeply passionate about, shaping his legacy as a compassionate leader, conservationist, and advocate for the people, wildlife, and the environment. Given his humility, dedication, and commitment to service, Prince Abdul Jalil would have undoubtedly risen as a prominent figure within the royal family and the nation, earning widespread admiration for his contributions. Who knows? He would have courageously chased new passions, perhaps in medicine or engineering. And guess what? He would have done excellently too, like in every cause he chased while he lived. His untimely demise was a significant loss to Malaysia and the world. However, through his work and contributions before his passing, his few years on Earth have continued to inspire millions and provide opportunities, even for the less fortunate, from introducing sailing competitions to caring for animals and humans. Prince Abdul Jalil's life was a blessing that remains a call to emulate kindness, service, and humility. His legacy teaches us about courage and perseverance in pursuing our passions, finding joy in every circumstance, and thriving to spread joy to others. What do you admire most about Prince Abdul Jalil's life and legacy? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more. You can also explore the other videos on your screen.